Let's take a look at what our favorite nationalist here in America is saying.
Just got home from dinner and found out that we lost the Senate.
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Woo! So is everyone saying we had a great midterm season? We just lost the Senate before we even get to the Georgia runoff. So even if we win Georgia, we've already lost, because if we win Georgia, it would go to a tie, and the vice president is the tiebreaker, and she's a Democrat. So for everyone celebrating the midterm, saying we did so good, congratulations, we lost. Congratulations. Hope you expect us to celebrate? You think you can gaslight everyone into saying we had a great midterms? We lost. Very easy seats to pick up. We could have easily won. Good job. Tired of all this winning? No, I'm sick of losing. Just got home from dinner and found out that we lost the Senate. Woo! So is everyone saying we had a great midterm season? We just lost the Senate before we even get to the Georgia runoff. So even if we win Georgia, we've already lost, because if we win Georgia, it would go to a tie, and the vice president is the tiebreaker, and she's a Democrat. So for everyone celebrating the midterm, saying we did so good, congratulations, we lost. Congratulations. Hope you expect us to celebrate? You think you can gaslight everyone into saying we had a great midterms? We lost. Very easy seats to pick up. We could have easily won. Good job. Tired of all this winning? No, I'm sick of losing.
There you go. Christian Walker popping off on the Republican Party's electoral defeats. Yes, dude. Yes. You watched it again. I had to pee. Shut the fuck up. Seeing quite a few Dems are on track to hold the House takes from partisan accounts without any seat-by-seat evidence to back it up. It's close, but at this writing, Dems aren't hitting the rates they'd need to in the unresolved California seats to get to 218, okay? Dave Wasserman keeping people at least relatively cynical in a healthy way. A healthy amount of skepticism should be offered, especially considering that California, just like New York, is Democratic machine politics. And also California has a lot of red districts as well on top of that. So same guy predicted Republicans would pick up 25 seats. I mean, I understand that, but it's important to still maintain a healthy dose of skepticism that like Democrats are going to fucking wipe out in California as well. All right. So we are going to cover the huge L for the crypto nerds. Here's CoffeeZilla. This is one of those insane parts of the saga. FTX is faking an order from the Bahama regulators to sneakily withdraw funds while everything was paused, only to have the Bahama regulators say that FTX was lying. FTX is was the second largest crypto trading space. They bought TSM. For those of you in the gaming sphere, you probably heard about FTX for the first time when they bought Team Solomid. And that's why TSM is now known as FTX TSM. They also bought the naming rights to the Miami Arena. They had a lot of money, which they didn't actually have, turns out, that they were spending on frivolous shit like the Democratic Party's midterm election results. So they also were on all the MLB Empire shirts. Yeah, okay. Well, regardless, they were apparently lying and saying, per Bahamian headquarters regulation and regulators, we have begun to facilitate withdrawals as Bahamian funds. As such, you may have seen some withdrawals processed by FTX recently as we comply with the regulators. Turns out that was a lie. The Securities Commissions of the Bahamas notes the statement by representatives of FTX, which advised the commission wishes to advise that it was not directed, authorized, or suggested to FTX Digital Markets the prioritization of withdrawals for Bahamian clients. The commission further notes that such transactions may be characterized as voidable preferences under the insolvency regime and consequently result in clawing back funds from Bahamian customers. In any event, the commission does not condone the preferential treatment of any investor or client of FTX Digital Markets or otherwise. FTX. Atriok had a good
All right.
video on this. Wait, Marketing Mondays, dude?
I'm going to try and explain what's been going on with FTX, which is the largest crash in crypto history and probably the end of crypto. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. So here's this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried. He's like 30 years old.
I can't trust this guy. He's wearing an Enron hat, bro. What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. For those of you who don't know, this is Atriok. Also famous for, as Big A, also famous for Marketing Mondays. Also famous for, the company that him and Ludwig started.
And he's been described as a
He's a big
wonder
mogul.
kid. He was put on the cover of Forbes as the next Warren Buffett, an investment.
Wow, he's trying to do mogul mail so bad right now. Big A, what is this? He looked at mogul mail and he was like, I'm gonna do a fucking mogul mail, Marketing Monday style.
God. He's also described as the most generous billionaire.
Okay, the guy you see next to me is the most generous billionaire in the world.
Hi, my name is Sam, and this is my story.
Sam has
He's like the effective altruism guy. Okay? Mogul mail is literally worse Marketing Mondays. I agree with that. Anything that slanders Ludwig, I'm on board with, okay? He is a effective altruist guy. One of those guys who's like an honest capitalist. Okay? Remember that. It will play a role in the rest of the saga.
Crazy hair.
Sam lives in the Bahamas with 10 roommates. Sam is 29 years old.
By the way, he's living in the Bahamas with his 10 roommates, and they're all fucking. That's a really fun part of this. I just want to point that out. One of the best parts about this is that he lives with 10 roommates, and they are doing orgies.
But Sam has $22 billion.
Or
Zero.
so he did. Because as
Zero
of today,
now.
he is worth exactly zero and facing jail time. So let's get into that. This kid, Sam Bankman-Fried, went to, I believe, MIT. And while at MIT, he graduated and started working at a trading firm. And he started trading small amounts of crypto and things like that. And eventually, according to legend, he found a arbitrage opportunity, which was basically that you could buy Bitcoin at a certain price in Japan and sell it at a different price in America. And he did that to make around $20 million. And when he did that, he started his own trading firm called Alameda Research, which was him and some other friends, basically these 10 people in the Bahamas, doing random crypto trades. And at first, the crypto trades were going pretty good because in 2017, 2018, crypto's a pretty small space and the real professional traders don't really want to get involved in it. But as it starts to grow, the opportunities for easy money go down because all the great traders get in and all the high frequency traders get in. So he pivots to a new idea, which is instead of being a trader of crypto, he's going to be the exchange. So he creates FTX, which is the world's second largest crypto exchange. You may have seen it in the Super Bowl, where there was a commercial where Larry David warns you to not miss out on crypto.
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff.
And he never was. Don't be like Larry. Don't miss out on crypto, on NFTs, on the next big thing. Yikes. So he launches FTX, and for a while, things are going good. He is starting to get big investment money from people that think of crypto as the next big thing, and they want something safe.
No one, like Larry David, not only, Larry David didn't get shit on enough for his participation in normalizing like these frauds, okay, these fraudulent activities, but also even the way that the fucking commercial is cut makes him look good, which as a big Larry David fan, I have to admit, like, you know, it's kind of fucked up. He quite literally looks good now that we look back at the commercial because he could just be like, what do you mean? I said it's bad.
They know that crypto is becoming this big thing, but they don't really understand it. They're afraid of being called out of touch and just saying that it seems like a scam. So they start investing big money, but they want a safe option. And FTX, an exchange, almost like a bank, feels like a safe option. Here is an example. This is on Sequoia Capital, one of the most respected and biggest investment firms in Silicon Valley. This is on their website. Actually, they just took it down today. It was up yesterday. They told a story about the pitch that Sam Bankman-Fried had to Sequoia. I want FTX to be a place where you can do anything with your next dollar. You can buy Bitcoin. You can send money in whatever currency to any friend anywhere in the world. You can buy a banana. Suddenly, the chat window on Sequoia's side of the Zoom lights up with partners freaking out. I love this founder, said one partner. I'm a 10 out of 10. Yes! Exclaimed a third.
By the way, this not only shows how crypto is a fucking scam, but in my honest opinion, this shows how so many of these motherfuckers are also dumb as shit, okay? This is not just, this doesn't all, this shows that like all the fucking VC guys are also just as fucking stupid. Bro, I told you guys, one of the scariest moments for me was when I have a bunch of really good friends, like really good friends that are finance bros. They went into fucking, you know, they're very successful in New York. Did I say PC? I meant VC. Or did I? Anyway, and I had them talking about diversifying their portfolio by dumping like around 250 grand into fucking crypto shit. And for me, I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a caveman. I'm a Luddite. I don't know any of this stuff. And like, I understand that this is ridiculous. This is nonsense. Don't fucking do this. You just want to light your money on fire. He's like, I had a bunch of people basically saying like, listen, even if I light my money on fire here, I have the capacity to potentially make out like a bandit. Okay? That was genuinely worrying, where I saw so many fucking finance people also trying to move into the crypto scene.
That's dumb enough. But then we find out in the story, I sit 10 feet from him and I walked over thinking, oh shit, that was really good. And it turns out that fucker was playing League of Legends throughout the entire meeting. We were incredibly impressed.
That's it, dude. There you go. There you go. I mean, that's another red flag. Automatic L, automatic red flag. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You fucking see that shit, you're like, all right, that's a red flag. For me, I'm a normal guy. I see something like that, I think, well, that's a red flag for me. That doesn't smell good. That doesn't pass my smell test. League? Fuck no. Fuck no. No shot.
It was one of those your hair is blown back type of meetings. This dude was rambling about buying bananas in a fictional super app to so-called the smartest investors in Silicon Valley while playing bronze level League of Legends, and they gave him hundreds of millions of dollars. Let me show you generally, and I have to move fast on this, how a bank works. Imagine you're a customer. This is your money. You take it and you give it. Option one, they take your money, they put it in a vault, and then later when you ask for it back, they give it to you. That's not how most bank works. This is how Coinbase works, for example, because this is not necessarily a very good business. So what places like this do is they'll charge you fees when you trade, for example. Coinbase charges you fees when you trade. Option two is they take your money and they buy things with it. This is what most banks will do. They'll do better investments than you will. And they'll give you a little bit of the extra money they're already making, and they're making a lot of money. As long as like everything doesn't go down all at once, they're in pretty good shape if they want to pay you back out. If you need your money, they have enough money from all the money coming in to pay you. And the only way this really will go bad is if—
Well, there's also a level of financial protection offered by the federal government here. These banks, at least up to like $250,000, if I'm not mistaken, are FDIC insured. And even above that, there's still like, there are some, like the federal government will not allow bank runs to happen. They don't want bank runs to happen. They don't want fucking complete financial collapse. So they will do everything they can to make sure that the market is stabilized. They will do everything they can to make sure that like the banking system still works and is still in operation. However, crypto has no such protections afforded to them. FDIC insurance mandated by the federal government. Before that shit, banks died constantly and people lost everything. Yep. There it is.
If, you know, there's like a major market downturn and everything, okay? That's how a regular bank works. You know, there's definitely some risk here, but in general, it's okay, especially because in a real bank, all of your money is guaranteed up to $250,000. It's called the FDIC insurance. It doesn't matter if the bank goes out of business. The government will make you whole. Crypto has nothing like that. Understand that like there's a variety of things that can be in this basket here. So imagine if instead of buying a house or real estate or things that generally are stable and appreciate in value, what if they bought a holographic Charizard? Do you know what I'm saying? What if they took your money and they bought a holographic Charizard? Now, this is still something you can invest in. It can still
The irony, of course, is that the holographic Charizard, and I will fucking stand by this, has more utility and less volatility than cryptocurrency. Sorry, it's just the fucking truth. Because that holographic card has a sequence of regulators, like some level of like, some level of just like controlling the marketplace, some level of like saying this is worth this much. Like there's an additional set of checks and boundaries or checks and regulations that like even the fucking crypto market doesn't have.
They'll go up in value. It's not nothing. It's worth something. Let's say you give them $300,000 and they secretly buy a holographic Charizard. And then later you ask for your money back. Now this thing technically is now worth $350,000. So they have your money. They have more than what you've given them, but they don't have it liquid. So in order to give you your money back, if you're asking for it, they would have to sell the Charizard, collect their money, keep a little bit of profit, and give you your money back. Now, if it's one person asking for their money back, that's fine. But what if they've bought 100,000 Charizards? And if everybody's asking for their money back at the same time, they can't sell all of these Charizards at once without tanking the value of Charizards. Suddenly a Charizard is very cheap because they're selling so many at once. Now imagine if instead of a Charizard, it was a dog shit crypto token that doesn't even have any basic value to begin with. What if it's...
You can't even touch it. That's the best part. Like you can't touch it. There's nothing tangible associated with it. It is purely a speculative asset. It is just unhinged, decentralized, no fucking regulation, no insurance gambling, okay? It is literally one after the other securities frauds happening in this fucking marketplace because there's just nothing that tethers it. There's nothing that anchors it. It's just basically a way to commit the fraud. That's it. Outside of the boundaries of the regulatory agencies.
Even worse than this. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what FTX is doing. Interrupt in the middle to bring you a note from Mr. Wonderful of Shark Tank, who had something to say about Sam Bankman-Fried.
Big advocate for Sam because he has two parents that are compliance lawyers. If there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX. So,
oof! You know, what they're doing right here is incredibly stupid. Buying crypto with customers' money, already stupid. But the real problem is this, that the Alameda Research, which is the other company that he owns, was making all of these terrible, terrible bets on crypto, with their CEO being a 28-year-old Harry Potter fan who also dated Sam Bankman-Fried. And I've seen interviews with her where it clearly shows she has no fucking idea what she's talking about when it comes to investment.
You know, adjusted myself to, you know, okay, we're farming comp, and then it's like, oh, now we're farming these things that are like foods, and then now we're farming these like whatever weird like meta food things. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I did manage to get away from my initial skepticism and end up embracing the mindset of like, great, gonna like go out and look for like whatever like the weirdest, dumbest thing people are talking about today, and like that's gonna be the thing I'm working on today.
She literally has no fucking idea. And these guys are losing money hand over fist. They're investing in all sorts of wild things. And so Sam Bankman-Fried starts taking money out of customer deposits at FTX and secretly funding Alameda Research illegally. This is
his girlfriend's company. His girlfriend in their polycule orgy.
Illegal. That is where this becomes an Enron moment. This is where it comes like this guy's probably going to jail moment. They were loaning it to Alameda and they were getting in return something called FTT token. FTT token is a made up crypto token that was made up by FTX that was basically supported by the profits from FTX. FTX was buying this token regularly to keep it pumped up. It came out recently after a leak that almost all of the money on their books, it's just FTT token. They had a bunch of FTT token that they said was worth the exact amount of everyone's deposits. And so people realized, wait a minute, if we ask for our money back, you can't sell these to get enough value to make all our money back. Like our money no longer exists in this vault. It's just a bunch of this fucking token. And so once that leak comes out, the CEO of Binance, which is this guy, basically says, I own a good amount of FTT token, and I'm going to dump it all. And that's going to make the price of this crash because it already is a shaky investment. It's not really worth what you say it is. Once he says that, every person who has money in FTX's vault
Bank run time.
realizes, fuck, this place is going to go down. So they all start trying to frantically pull their money out, which of course causes this to start to crash. The whole house of cards unwinds. Overnight, literally overnight, FTX collapses as an entity. They just simply do not have the money. And so...
And for the record, this is why DeFi as a concept seems great on paper, but in theory doesn't work. And you run into the same libertarian conundrum every single time. You need to have a centralized figure of power. You need regulatory agencies to ensure that, like, the anarchists don't fucking run away with all your goddamn money. Okay? This isn't DeFi. An exchange like this is not DeFi. But ultimately, the reason why it's backed on crypto, it's always going to still be decentralized. There is no regulatory agency that is like controlling it. At the heart of every crypto conversation is the lack of legitimate control. Decentralized finance revolves around not having a centralized fucking figure that controls it, a centralized regulatory agency that controls everything. You need to have some level of fucking control over it. Nah, you can regulate non-centrally. Yes, with Yelp reviews. Shut the fuck up. Everybody always goes back to the exact same concept. At the heart of all of this decentralized finance or crypto conversation revolves the understanding that there is a rational actor in the market, okay? Every libertarian smokes on that same fucking pipe and thinks that there is a rationalized consumer, rationalized actor. They are actually going to make the rationalized decisions. You're a fucking idiot. That's why we need, for example, regulations and rules around how to build fucking houses, right? You need that because every contractor is going to work around that and build houses that end up fucking killing you. As a matter of fact, contractors still work around pre-existing regulation and end up killing you all the fucking time, okay? Because ultimately, there is no way to control that through a process of Yelp reviews. You can't do that. The market does not correct itself, or when it tends to correct itself, it kills people in the process, okay?
Binance originally offers to buy up FTX for like $1, just basically buy it up. But then they look at FTX's books and they realize FTX is in so much debt that if they buy FTX, it'll probably bankrupt them. So now nobody is buying FTX. Nobody can get their money out, including this fucking man, Tom Brady, who's probably gonna have to play football till he's fucking 59 now. Places like TSM, places like the Miami Heat, all of which accepted major FTX sponsorship deals that lasted 10 plus years.
I'm pro-regulation, but you're not even right on the libertarian arguments law. That's literally like an offshore Robin Hood was fucking around people's money. All this shit is under the purview of the SEC. I'm pro-regulation, but you're not even right on the libertarian argument. Okay, I am 100% right on what the libertarian argument is. I'm talking about cryptocurrency as a larger conversation, not specifically this level of fraud, but you motherfuckers love hodling so hard that you can't see the larger picture. You're hyper-focusing on FTX and its own individual collapse so that you think, well, that's different. That's different from the rest of crypto. It's not different from the rest of crypto, okay? It's not. Stop hyper-focusing on just the FTX fraud to say, oh, you're so wrong about crypto in general, okay? When I'm talking about, when you want to talk about FTX and its individual failures and its individual level of fraud, that's one thing. But across the board, cryptocurrency is and its foundations are still the same problem. You still run into the same fucking problem in crypto in general. Okay? Bro, all the DeFi protocols are still working. Nobody told people to use a centralized exchange with zero accountability. Yeah, no, see, that's what I'm saying. These are the same motherfuckers who are still hodling, okay? They are still hodling so hard. I've told you guys, don't do this before FTX. I told you guys this about cryptocurrency in general. Bitcoin's at 16K and motherfuckers are still down from 64K and motherfuckers are still like, no, dog, you don't understand. You don't understand, okay? I am a maximalist. I'm an evangelist. I'm going to fucking hodl all the way to the fucking moon, okay? Holy fuck. I don't know how you can look at every single step of the way and go, no, I'm just going to keep buying. I'm going to keep buying the fucking dip. I'm going to keep buying the dip. I'm going to keep buying the dip. I'm going to keep buying the dip. When you should be buying a top of the hour ad break avoider in the form of a fucking Twitch Prime or a $5 a month subscription. Okay? How about you buy that fucking dip? Because at the top of the hour, there's an ad. You no longer want to see those ads. All you need to do is subscribe. Which you can't do with Bitcoin, which you can't do with cryptocurrency. You need real fucking dollar dues for that one. All right? Yeah, I stuttered a little bit. Shut up. Anyway, Eternal O2, thank you for the 5. Get the subs. You can also get gifted a sub like what Eternal 2 just gifted and get lucky. Have a big break and avoid the ad breaks that way. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Okay, so the point was when I'm talking about not just FTX, I'm talking about cryptocurrency in general. At the heart of the conversation, when you make an argument for decentralized finance, is this notion that full transparency within the market will yield good results. And I'm in favor of full transparency. Okay, I like that. That's like one aspect that I actually appreciate, even though I do think that it is, far too hard to reach like maximum usage. I guess to just have like every single fucking minor exchange on the blockchain. I feel I don't understand if we have like I can't comprehend a world where we have enough computing power for that. But a lot of people tell me I'm wrong, okay? I also see privacy concerns with that. I don't know if that's the best thing at the end of the day. But however, no matter what happens, full transparency, okay, still implies that without some sort of like regulatory mechanism in play, people are going to look at the way things are happening in this market and operate in a rational capacity when every aspect of history has shown the exact opposite. Okay? People are not rational. They do not behave in rational ways. Even in the fucking stock market, which has some level of regulatory control, which has some assurances, or when you talk about American legal tender, that is backed by the American government's military power. It's backed by American imperialism. It's backed by petroleum. Even then, people still have a tendency to behave in an incredibly irrational way. Okay? They do it. That's how it works. People are not rational. This notion that why are you so aggressive towards crypto investors? They're victims in the same way gambling addicts are, dude. Yeah, but they don't think, at least at a certain level, a gambling addict will show humility and will openly show that they're pathetic. Cryptocurrency investors do not find themselves to be gambling victims. They think that they are literally just like brilliant investors, and we are simply the fucking fools that do not understand the future. Okay? They chirp too much, and they're super fucking annoying. Even when they're losing, even when time and time again, history has shown that they're in the wrong, they still turn around and have this like broad consensus that they're actually 100% in the right here, and we're the fucking idiots that don't understand. Calling me a gambling addict is just FUD. Yeah, there you go. They even have their own fucking language for it. Huh.
are all not getting paid. TSM
Fudders.
is built almost entirely on this FTX money, which is not getting paid. I predict, we're going to see like legitimately.
No, FUD is not fucked up, dude. It means fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's people who are sowing fear, uncertainty, and doubt because the entire exchange and because the entire concept is built around simply confidence. That's it. Confidence and nothing else. Nothing tangible, no military machine, no imperial conquest, no fucking natural resources to extract, no commodities such as labor to exploit in the third world, nothing else. Because the entire concept is just pure confidence, people have created new language markers to imply that you are trying to tank Bitcoin or you're trying to tank cryptocurrency by instilling fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Because fear, uncertainty, and doubt are the three main things that will destroy Bitcoin. Okay? It is a purely vibe-based exchange. It is a purely vibe-based economy. It is absolutely unimaginably stupid to buy into it. I cannot comprehend it. But then again, I'm just a baby-brained, complete idiot who doesn't even have a fucking credit card. Okay? So what the fuck do I know? Well, what I know is that I haven't lost millions of fucking dollars in the crypto exchange. So there you go. That's what I know. At least I'm up on that regard.
Mr. Beast might buy TSM. I'm not even kidding. Why did anyone catch this? Well, all of the audits for FTX were performed by the first ever CPA firm in the metaverse. This is the firm that Wall Street relied upon to do accurate accounting on fucking FTX. Now, let's talk about Binance real quick before we get on. Because remember yesterday or 2 days ago, I talked about this and someone said, yeah, okay, FTX is dead, but Binance is fine. And I said, Pepe laugh. Because guess what? As of today, a few hours ago, it shows that Binance's reserves are almost half of its holdings in its own tokens. It's the same problem. So crypto as a whole, basically every exchange, but maybe buying Bitcoin on Coinbase is fucking fraudulent. It's all fraudulent all the way down. It's all a massive Ponzi scheme. And again, this wasn't hard to find out. So Sam Bankman-Fried went on a podcast when he was at the height of his fame and power, and he was asked business questions about what he does. And he basically pulled no punches in describing word for word a Ponzi scheme. He said, imagine this money as a magic box that you put money into and then little bits of money come out. Well, everybody wants to be involved in that box, so they keep giving you money to put in there. He basically said that. Like, I'm not even changing too many words. Matt Levine.
Bro, this Bloomberg article has been deleted because it isn't true. Binance CEO disproved it literally 2 hours after it came out. Okay. Crypto bros think they're immune to other market markers before inflation because obvious everyone was hedging using crypto. Look what happened to crypto. What are fiat currencies backed by? If I hear that fucking question one more time, I'm going to lose my fucking mind, okay? You want to know what fiat currencies are backed by, dude? You want to know what fucking fiat currencies are backed by, dude? Here, I'll show you. Okay? This is what fiat currencies are backed by. Freedom. That's right. War, motherfucker. War. A state. A government. Like tangible assets that exist within that government's actions and output, manufacturing, factories. Fiat is backed by lead, not gold. Yes. And still asking themselves why everybody hates them, only blinded people support USA. Crypto was the Uber for the finance industry. How about Uber was the Uber for the finance industry? Or Uber was the crypto for the finance industry? This is Arma 3, dude. Yeah, no shit, dummy. I'm not saying this is... Oh my God, bro. You fucking got me. So wait, modern monetary theory is a lie? Wait, what? No. No, that is the reason why modern monetary theory is acceptable for America. The fuck do you mean?
On the podcast said this.
I think of myself as like a fairly cynical person, and that was so much more cynical than how I would have described farming. Like, you're just like, well, I'm in the Ponzi business, and it's pretty good.
And nobody called him out. And this guy kept on living as a billionaire and crushing it for another like year after this. Because again, this guy's absolutely the modern day version of Enron. By the way, guess who is appointed as the new CEO of FTX today in order to oversee its liquidation? John J. Ray, the guy that liquidated Enron 20 years ago. It's a full circle. This dude's back. Oh, here's a little cherry to end it on. Update, as of a few minutes ago, FTX official and FTX US's wallets have been hacked, with over $600 million leaving the exchange late Friday. It's convenient, hacked. I'm sure this is probably a last-minute looting by people that had access in the Bahamas to whatever was left of this fucking absolute Ponzi scheme. Rarely rich people go to jail. Unfortunate byproduct of the system. But thankfully, these guys aren't rich. Almost, I mean, SBF's current amount is $1 of value. One group I really want to call out specifically are people that took all of FTX's money and shilled it relentlessly. I don't want to name names, but there are many, many YouTubers that I've seen in the space that, not financial advice, did a ton of shilling for FTX, including TSM, by the way. I'm talking about TSM. There should be some accountability on where this money's coming from when you talk about it and sell it to people. You know, we've done stuff.
Yeah. So many people were given the bag from people who had previously signed on to this exchange that then turned around and shilled for more people to go into that exchange so that the motherfuckers at the top could just like take your money and do whatever the fuck you want.
On our side with Coinbase, but before we agreed to it, we had to look in the business model of Coinbase to make sure it made any sense. I don't think Coinbase is a stock I would buy. I wouldn't invest in it. But I do believe that they have a business model where they at least don't they hold your money. You give them their money, they hold it and then give it back to you.
Hey, yo.
I don't like it. And I hope we get to a situation where people have a little bit of credibility or a little bit of ounce of shame before taking any possible sponsor that comes their way. But that's it. That's sort of the basic coverage of what's going on in the world of FTX. And it's going to lead to a lot of terrible knock-on effects in the world of crypto. I think if you have any money in crypto at all that isn't like, I don't know, Bitcoin on your own wallet, I would be very concerned.
Sam Bankman is the second largest donor to the DNC. No, not the second. I think like third or fourth. But he dumped around like 50 million. Some say 39. Some say 53 million. To DNC donors. I think another business partner actually is a Republican donor. They were literally just going for deregulation. That's what they were doing. It turns out that it wasn't actually the genuine altruistic donations being made to the DNC, which, by the way, you can't be a fucking altruism. You can't do altruism by donating to the fucking DNC, for the record. You lost out, bro. L Streamer could have secured the bag and solved homelessness. Yeah, they were just going after regulatory agencies. That was cool. That was a good video from Atriarch. Let's take a look at
people have made a hobby out of
let's take a look at motherfucking Charlie Moist Critical, Florida man. Remember, this man is a Florida man. It's a fact that I will always repeat whenever I watch any of his videos. And Florida is the cryptocurrency state. Florida, in many ways, has a lot of issues. Cryptocurrency is not the only issue, okay? But it is one of them. 1 month ago, how I became a crypto billionaire in 5 years. CNBC, crypto's white knight. 2 days ago, FTX collapse. Full impact is yet to be seen. I've been getting hella moist lately.
Celebrating crypto bros taking L's, and this week they were eating good. Their bellies were stuffed because the largest L in cryptocurrency history, perhaps, just happened this week. FTX, the second largest cryptocurrency exchange, just went tits up and collapsed almost overnight. wiping out billions upon billions, which of course is financially ruined.
Oh, this is him just reacting to Atriox's video. Oh my God. Huge pickup for Marketing Mondays, getting millions of fucking views. Oh my God. On the main account? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, well, we're not going to rewatch the same thing that we just watched. Shouts out to Atriox. The boy's on the come up. Good for him. Not only does he get the fucking boost from this broadcast, but a significantly bigger boost from Penguinzo. Oh my God. Marketing Mondays is on the map now.